All right, today we're diving into the life and legacy of someone truly extraordinary, Jane Goodall. We're talking about a true pioneer, someone who completely changed how we see the natural world and, really, our place in it.
So let's start with the absolute core of her message. This was the idea she championed her entire life. It's this simple but profound truth that we are not separate from the natural world. We're deeply a part of it. And that idea would guide every single discovery she ever made. So to begin this look back at her incredible journey, we have to acknowledge the recent news that really brought her legacy into sharp focus for so many people all around the world.
Jane Goodall, the world-renowned conservationist and ethologist, passed away at the age of 91. And what a life. I mean, the impact she had, the dedication, is just unparalleled.
Her passing really does mark the end of an era. The Institute said she died of natural causes. And get this, she was on a speaking tour in California at the time, still working. But, a moment like this lets us step back and reflect on a legacy that didn't just contribute to science, it completely revolutionized it.
But to really get a grip on her impact, we have to rewind. We have to go all the way back to the beginning, to a time when the path she wanted to take was considered, well, not just unlikely, but pretty much impossible for someone like her.
You really have to picture the 1950s here. The expectations for a young woman were just so rigid. Society basically expected her to be a secretary. Science? That just wasn't seen as a career path for women. As she herself said, girls didn't do that sort of thing. And yet her childhood dream was totally radical, and she never wavered. She was going to go to Africa, live with animals, and write books about them.
And that powerful dream is what took her from England all the way to Kenya. And it was there that she found this one single opportunity that would, and this is no exaggeration, change the course of science forever. Her journey was anything but conventional, right? She started out as a secretary for the famous paleoanthropologist Louis Leakey, but he saw something special in her, so he took this huge gamble. He scraped together the funds to send her, a 26-year-old with absolutely no formal scientific training, deep into the forests of Gombe in Tanzania to study chimpanzees like no one had ever done before.
So there she was, out in the wild, alone. And through sheer patience, just immersing herself in their world, she saw something. Something that defied every existing scientific definition of what separated humans from all the other animals on Earth.
So what was it? What was this discovery that sent shockwaves through the scientific world? She watched chimpanzees making and using tools. Now, to us that might not sound like an earthquake, but back then, it was everything. The definition of humanity was simple. We were man the toolmaker, and her observation just shattered that. As Louis Leakey famously telegraphed, now we must redefine man, redefine tool, or accept chimpanzees as humans. Suddenly, we weren't so unique after all. But that world-changing discovery, that was really just the beginning. Her life's work was about to evolve in a huge way, from being a quiet observer in the forest to becoming a tireless global force for change.
You can just watch her work build over the decades. She arrives in Gombe in 1960. By 1977, she founds the Jane Goodall Institute to protect chimps. In 2002, she's named a UN Messenger of Peace, and eventually she was honored with America's highest civilian award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's an incredible trajectory.
And the institute she founded isn't just a name. It's a powerhouse for conservation. It continues the vital research at Gombe, leads protection efforts for chimpanzees all over the world, and this is so important. It empowers the next generation through its Roots and Shoots program in over 60 countries.
So after all the discoveries, all the accolades, what was the one crucial point that she spent the last 4 decades of her life trying to share with all of us?
Well, she shifted gears. She went from being the scientist who documented the natural world to being the advocate who fought tirelessly to save it. For 40 years, she was a constant traveling voice, warning about climate change and the urgent threats facing our planet. And this brings us right back to where we started, to her final, urgent message. Her core philosophy was simple but profound. We are not separate from the environment. We are part of it. We depend on the natural world. And when we destroy it, we are ultimately destroying ourselves. Jane Goodall's life of discovery and hope, it didn't just show us the world of chimpanzees. It held up a mirror to ourselves. She showed us what is possible, what's at stake, and she left us with this profound and lingering question about our own role in the future of the only planet we've got.